Welcome once again to another episode of Sport Matters. Remember, on Sport Matters, you get the best in the world of sports, most especially football, basketball, and boxing. Get ready to be entertained.
Be sure to join the conversation on our social media channel. It's Sportings on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube. It is Sport Matters. Be sure to drop those comments, like, share, and turn on post notifications to enjoy the best of engaging opinions from football, boxing, and basketball for sure.
So, Taiwo, you know how we do it?
Yes, sir.
Are we kicking off today?
Definitely, we have to kick off with football.
All right.
But off the pitch matters, and it's the Ballon d'Or.
All right. So, what are you saying about it?
Let's talk about the guys who missed out. I know that's been one topic that has been on the internet,
All right.
causing traffic and all of that. Mohamed Salah, Iguares, and Rodrigo. I mean, talk me through.
So, putting those three together, now the question is top 30, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to take those three guys in, who are you going to move out?
That will be very, very difficult, because it depends on how we want to base that. Is it, the criteria, should it be, the amount of goals you scored, the amount of assists you had, your contributions, or trophies? So depending on.
So for me, I have no problem with the top 30.
So you have no problem with the likes of. Okay, let me start off with Rodrigo. He is a Champions League winner. Not just he played a pivotal role in Madrid, winning that trophy. He also won the La Liga. There is also Kiko Keres. That guy scored amazing numbers of goals. And there's Mohamed Salah, who every season he drops a banger.
Yeah, now we start with Rodrigo. How many Madrid players do we want to have in the top 30?
So are you trying to accuse the authorities of being wait,
I'm not
trying to find a balance, because you said how many Madrid?
Yes, we can't have the old Madrid starting level.
Okay, there's Valverde, there is Rudiger, there is Vini, obviously,
there's
Bellingham,
Jude,
there's Carvajal.
That's how many players. That's almost Madrid starting exercise. So why do you want to have the
No, then why should someone like Rodrigo be left?
Other guys deserve the chance. If Rodrigo was in
How
the 30,
do you mean? Wait.
If Rodrigo was in the 30 man, he's not going to win it. He's not even going to come top 10 maybe.
Okay, I agree.
So let's let them. I feel like they wanted to balance the books from each league, and it makes so much sense. Because now you've mentioned in 30 out of 30 players, we have 6 Madrid.
Yeah,
but Rodrigo makes it 7.
So the thing is, it's all about it's all about the recognition. Look at Rodrigo, for example. For all he has achieved, he's definitely not the top 2 most important players in Madrid. But that guy, he turns up clutch every now and then.
No, he's a solid player. I'm not getting that wrong.
It's just good for the recognition. You could see what the boss of them, or Neymar. His comment was like, Rodrigo easily top 5 crack.
Everyone is. Neymar is entitled to his opinion, right?
But let's be very factual right now. Rodrigo missing out on that. There's also Musiala who missed out. Could you put the same what you just said now about Rodrigo? The amount of Madrid, with the number of Madrid players and all of that. So there is Musiala who missed out. Let me remind you. Forget the fact that he didn't win the Bundesliga. At the Euros, he did well. And for Germany, he turns up. He got to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Also, I mean, tell me.
So this is the question. Now they made the 30, right? I'm pretty sure for each player that was gets into their list, that was shortlisted, there was a criteria. There was a reason why they were selected. So if the other guys were not selected, then leave it.
Okay, let me put you on the spot right now. What criteria do you think got Bukayo Saka declarized?
He plays in the Premier League. He plays for Arsenal. They competed versus. They came second to Manchester City. He was a pivotal player for Arsenal last season, and still is.
That is enough reasons to get you top 30.
Yes, as long as he doesn't get him the Ballon d'Or award.
But the recognition is what we're talking about. Let's look at the Olympics, for example. We have thousands of athletes going there. Not every one of them would end up being a gold medalist, silver medalist, or bronze. But there's something that comes with that, being an Olympian. Yes. So just imagine for someone like Rodrigo, he's obviously he still got the age, definitely. I mean, he shouldn't even be too worried because he will be there next year or next year. So just the fact that, I mean, I was a one-time, Ballon d'Or nominee, shortlisted for this, prestigious award. I mean, that's something.
So let me tell you, Manchester United fans will love this, but Andre Onana was nominated as it was among the top 10 last season.
You got me scared.
Yes, last season, and trust me, nobody remembers.
Oh, he was part of top 10 last season.
Yes, he was part of top 10.
Wow, that's interesting.
So you see that sometimes the recognition doesn't count.
So it was based off what he did at Inter Milan.
but still nobody recognized him as a top 10 Ballon d'Or list or nomination.
But you scared me. I thought you meant this year.
No, not this year.
So, but hey, we have to move. We have to run.
Let's go.
And yes, that's a topic that we can actually debate on. That's why we put it out there on our social media, especially the YouTube. Where you can drop your comment. I will definitely read all that. Where is this flight taking us to next?
NBA. We love the NBA, right?
Yes, the National Basketball Association will return in less than
we all cannot wait.
Yeah,
but we will wait.
We will definitely, and we'll be discussing, the teams that we think are favorites.
Okay.
Sleepers. In basketball, some teams are like actually early sleepers, like from the beginning. You don't rate them, but when it gets like halfway, you see them blowing up. So we'll be discussing all of that, and it will be fun for sure. So let's go. Let's start off with the Eastern Conference. Last year was just a two-way traffic. You understand? Just New York Knicks, and there was Boston Celtics who were the champions, obviously. But let's start off with the Eastern Conference. I think we need more competitions there. Which franchise do you think would actually give the New York Knicks and Boston Celtics a run for their money?
None.
What?
Yes.
Why?
None. From what I saw last season, I'll still maintain the fact that New York Knicks.
Yeah.
They'll take it a step further this new season. Both, come on, we know this.
And the main man last season has been given the captain, and he's the main man.
There's a reason why they did that. So when it comes to the Eastern Conference, it's kind of boring. But I wish I want I'm kind of like gingering the Eastern Conference. I say, okay, guys, we need more franchise, competing like the Western. Western, you could get 8 teams, eight different.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But let me just tell you. There is still, obviously, Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis, Dame Dollar. There is a Philadelphia 76ers, PG8, no longer PG13.
All right.
Are you trying to tell me these guys will not, turn up the smoke?
Maybe I'm waiting for them to prove me wrong. But I still think, and I maintain that fact, that it's New York Knicks and both Celtics dominating that.
Are you sure? So where do you put the Greek freak in all of these? Him alone,
we don't know.
And there's still Chris Middleton in the
team. So with Milwaukee, we saw last season that there's a lot of inconsistency there. Yeah. No matter, the Greek freak, Giannis get injured, and then it's all over. No Drew Holiday there again.
Now, we talk about injuries. Julius Randle, for most part of the playoffs or the ending of the regular season down to the playoffs, it was not fit. You are still pitching, your tent on this New York Knicks. New York with or without Julius Randle.
Yes, I like them. I like them at the MSG. New York Knicks, solid team. Then Boston Celtics, inevitable.
Then let's just, before we move to the Western Conference, Tyrese Haliburton, of course, for all he achieved, he got to the playoffs. He went to the Olympic gold medal. He said, we have that one student, where he just celebrates with the guys that do the job. But regardless, he's a champ. He's an Olympic.
He's a top guy with
gold medalist.
Yes, he's going to Haliburton, Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, I want to see what are we expecting from him?
No.
He's the main guy there.
First one, stay fit, stay LD. Yeah, that's the first thing.
He kind of then. People might not like this, but there was one time in the playoffs versus Boston Celtics, he was out for about 2 games, and trust me, it was really missed.
So that's the thing about this franchise that have this one a big man. They have so many talented players, no doubt. But with Haliburton, I want to see more of him this season.
Yeah, and Siakam has joined him. So
now they're kind of like a big two.
Yeah.
So yes,
he's been there since. But I think we expect
now Haliburton and Siakam they want to form a great partnership.
Yeah.
So let's see what Indiana Pacers. They are, we're not going to put them up top.
Of course. Do you see them as an early sleeper, like a team that you don't rate? But looking at last year, nobody would have thought they would have gotten as far as the playoffs.
Yes. So judging, by what they did last season.
Yeah.
This season we expect them, we expect them to progress.
Yeah.
Right. So let's see if they can, progress this new season.
Speaking of,
trust me, one thing I would say is that this NBA's regular season is going to be the best ever.
Yes. Speaking about progress, that brings one team to mind, and that's definitely Dallas Mavericks in the West.
No, that's
them we're talking about in the West.
Oh my! I'm ready to talk about them for the rest of the show.
Klay Thompson.
No,
they have parts of the Splash Brothers. So are we expecting that kind of Splash Brother kind of thing with Doncic?
Yes.
Luka Magic and Klay Thompson.
So now I cannot wait to see how Luka Magic and Klay Thompson.
There is also Kyrie Wow.
See,
that looks good.
I have high hopes for Dallas Mavericks this season.
Yes, we definitely have high hopes.
Yes, I want them to win the conference. Yes, I want them to win the Western Conference.
And just finally, OKC with Coach Mike.
They'll do well.
Do you expect them to do better?
They'll get better.
So last season was not a fluke.
No.
The top seeded in the West.
It's not a fluke. Don't worry, they'll prove it again this season.
Well, that'll be interesting. Personally, I'm looking forward to that. They've added one of the best defensive monster in the NBA. I mean, massive guy,
absolutely
top guy, and he's a very good guy. And I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah. So we have discussed football, the NBA, and let's do it different today. Paralympics. Now the question: Nigeria Olympics team versus Nigeria Paralympics team. Who are you going with?
Nigeria Paralympics team.
I mean, it's
sad.
Say
it every day and twice on a Saturday.
So it's sad because the Nigeria Olympics team got 9 billion and came back home with. Went to Paris 2024. Came back home with 0 medal.
I thought they came back home with some plastic spoons.
I wish from France. I wish they came home with that. I mean, we would have celebrated that, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell us about the Paralympics thing.
Amazing guys. I mean, when we speak about these guys, the first that comes to our mind is, them being physically challenged. They've been restricted to do some certain things. But trust me, these guys are the ones, waving the flag, in France. I mean, for the abysmal show of performance that the guys in the Olympics did, these ones have actually done well. They've won golds, they've won silvers, and they've won bronzes.
Multiple.
So, and 3 billion naira was allocated to these guys. And look at what they've done.
Yourself, 9 billion was allocated to the Olympics team. 3 billion, and with 3 billion, these guys have already given us multiple medals. Most annoying thing is the fact that when it comes to Paralympics, it feels like Nigeria don't pay close attention.
That's just it.
Few sports, like we're not going to participate in a whole lot of sport there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, compared to the Olympics, it was fewer sports, and we know our strength, of course, when it comes to weightlifting and the likes and all of that. But it's just really impressive what these guys are doing. It only shows that you can actually be, you can be physically challenged, you can be restricted, you're walking and all of that mobility, but you can still do something. You can still, inspire others.
I hope, the whole NOC or whatever committee, I hope they pay more attention or closer attention to the Paralympics.
Speaking about that,
create more avenue, more.
I want to throw something.
I
want to throw something open now, and I want us to debate on it. Of course, 9 billion naira was allocated to the Olympic team. 3 billion naira was allocated to the Paralympic team. Do you think it's our time we kind of like switch?
Yes. We should.
Or it should actually be equal.
See, we're looking at early 2028.
Yeah.
See, when you check the medals, the gold is how much? 5K USD.
Yeah, 5K USD.
Silver is 3K USD. Bronze, the same in Paralympics and in Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Maybe Olympics is just a little bit because but it's still. I mean, I'm looking at the guys.
Still representing.
I'm looking at the athletes. At the Paralympics.
Yeah.
All the nations. Respect to them.
Absolutely.
If Nigeria, we can sit down here and start counting. Oh yeah, we won't go in Paralympics. We won't silver. I mean,
that's.
I won't be surprised. Switch. Turn the tables here. Give Paralympics 9 billion, or they might want to increase it.
Just make it like at least equal.
It can be equal because one is bringing the medals, and the other is not bringing the medals.
The most important thing about all of this, right, is actually when the money is being allocated or given to these guys. Look, bro, lack of preparation has really cost us so much.
Touch on that, yes.
Even in the Olympics, you could see Amusa, like our facial expressions and everything was. You could see tension.
But I can tell you too that the Olympics team or athletes were not also giving that
as prepared as.
Yes. So it's more. It's the same.
No, me. I'm of the opinion that is either they give them equal budgets.
Shout out to the Paralympians.
Big shout out, man.
Doing an amazing job.
Great.
With 3 billion.
Amazing.
With 3 billion there.
And that should change. That definitely needs to change. I know for sure the budget going to early 2028 will be definitely different. This time it is about 12 billion there that was allocated and it was split and all of that. Next 4 years can be 20 billion.
So if it's 20 billion, how should they?
I think they should just do it like equal.
That's 10-10.
Yeah, just equal. But we're gonna throw it out to our amazing viewers and all of you out there, listening and watching. How much do you think should be allocated to the Paralympians and Olympians going into early 2028?
Well, I'm guessing it's going to be 20 billion.
Okay, let's just guess it's 50. I'm sorry, let's just guess it's 20
billion naira. So how much do you think should go to the Paralympians and also the Olympians.
Be sure to join the conversation on our social media page. It is Sportings on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube. It is Sports Matters. We want you guys, to drop the comment, like, share, and turn on post notifications.
So this is where we draw the curtain, guys, and we'll say thank you guys for joining us today. Until we come your way again, stay safe.